Okay, the ODWO channel, thank you for dropping in. This is a recap of yesterday's trading. Monday, October 18th. We're in the pre-market right now. I'm starting the video up. We're less than a minute, actually about 30 seconds away. Today's video, I'm going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. And it was pretty bad and it was pretty ugly. But it somehow ended up very good. So the Clint Eastwood movie, Good, Bad, and Ugly, and the ugly just fits, but for some reason the cowboy rode off in the west and happy. So many things I did wrong here. Okay, before this first candle starts, I want you to see the bid ask. These are 860 calls that I called up. Notice right here, if you did an opening break, you might have went in, say, 1650. Notice how quick this thing moves up in the first minute, actually the first few seconds. Okay, 1650, there's $1 plus if you're going to take that break. The only trouble is, if you're on the right side, you're going yee-haw, high-fiving, actually $1.50 plus times 3 contracts, 450, really quick. Your day's done that fast. The trouble is, what if it goes against you? Some days I did that, and I'm kind of slow trading lately, especially last week to today. I'm just happy I came out the way I did. My first trade is going to be right here at the second candle. These are 1 minute candles, by the way. I entered 3 860 calls, 1935 is my average. I'm out. I got out at 1997, all three. If I'd have just held a little longer, I'd have been done for the day. So what I do, buy 3 more at 2143 and chase this puppy. $21.43. Notice as it goes up, I should have picked a spot right about here, 21.75. Poof, I'd have been out. I'd have had money again, times 3. But instead, I'm not thinking. I should have just taken the quick money, which is what a scalper does. Instead, I'm greedy. I'm looking for more. So right there, I took 2 off at 21.69, which is good. I'm a winner. 223 bucks right now looking at. Actually, 210. This is where it gets a little ugly. With an average price of 21.43. This is where I should have just cut it. I'd have still been in the money, but instead this trade turned into a bit of a loser. Not by much. My first trade netted 183 bucks. This one here went to 162, so I lost $21. Okay, the third trade, this is the one that gets very ugly. I'm dropping it down to 2 contracts. Okay, normally if it breaks out here or a little flag, that would have been a good place to enter. So if you watch here, watch how this thing moves. Figure if I get in right about, not quite. I'm looking for volume. If I had my tape here, you'd see it speed up, but right about here, you get in, say at 21. Watch how quickly this thing moves from 21. All of a sudden, 80, 90, boom, out. So you'd have gotten out at 21.85 from 21.20. Well, that's 65 cents times as many contracts as you had. Notice the retracement, and here it is at 21.70, and I'm staring at it like a deer in the headlights. I have 2 contracts. See, I should have split it right there, but I'm I'm just, duh. Instead of going for the middle, I'm going back and forth. Should I cut it? Should I take it? And these are mistakes. Things that I have to work on. A lot of us do. Last few months, I've done very well. But one trade last week, I lost a bit of money. And it just doesn't settle well. It kind of messes with your head. Sure, we've all been there. But now, what would you do? You cut your loss. Take it, be done. I was already up 162. I've got a little money here. See, I'm indecisive. Notice how they've ratcheted this thing back down slowly. Just a small candle from right at here. That's a little market maker trick. What I need to do is stop the bleeding at this point. But again, there's a happy ending here. What I'm going to do is cut some of my losses, because now it's really hurting. At 21.90 and now it's almost down to 20. It's $1.90 times 2. So here's where you got to wonder, what am I thinking? Well, I'm not thinking right. This is one of those where maybe I didn't get enough sleep. Had a lot on my mind lately for other things. But the big thing is, don't add to a losing position unless all the signals are showing it to be right. This trade from here, the breakout, to here would have been great. I mean, just think, put yourself in that position. And the first trade was great. A little quick to get out instead of following it all the way. And then the second one, that would have been a perfect one. And that's what scalpers do. Today I'm just a little slow. Thankfully, I got my bearings back. Okay, here's the VWAP. There's a 9 EMA. Hadn't really broken through that yet. Hadn't closed below that, I should say. Some buying coming in when that VWAP drops. Now some selling. I really got to get that time and sales tape up. I don't even know why it's not there. Okay, I stopped some of the bleeding. I sold one. Sold 21.90 my average, and I sold that one at $20.30. So there's $160 bye-bye that I could have cut a little earlier. Stop the bleeding a little sooner. When you watch this, it's going to go down to like $19.90, I think even $19.85. That's $200. That's $2 from my opening price. So you can see the mistakes did wrong. That's obvious. Okay, we got a new candle coming here. One left. If you're like me, you're watching this, people wanting to buy there, a little size. People here kind of selling a little, buying a little. Notice the consolidation. Once it kind of breaks above this, I'm going to make my move or go down with the ship. This is where I may have a little blues in the background. $21.90 for one contract is my average. I've queued up 4. Again, I don't recommend this at any time. 9 EMA is pointing up. VWAP just dropped down from some big buying. Okay, I just bought 4. I have 5 contracts. I bought 4 at 20.90. Brought my average down to 21.10. Excuse me. Okay, 21.10. It looks a little ugly right about now when you look at my unrealized profit and loss if I sold here. This is where I was either going to take another loss going down with the ship like I said, but instead something good happened here. Scalping, you got to be quick. If you're a deer in the headlights like I was from about here to here, actually from about here pre-market to here. Okay, 21.10's my average. I am clearly in the money now. 123 bucks up. Actually, not even that. There we are. Now we're moving. Okay. 21.10's my average. I'm taking off 2 of the 5 right there. 21.10 average, but I got out at 22.03 times 2, almost 100 bucks each. It's going to go up here a little more. I'm going to pair out a couple more here. I'm clearly up profit-wise. Okay, I got out a pretty good fill at 2 of them at 22.72 from 21.10. That's over $1.50 each. And that was my last one. That being my last one, you can see what my profit for the day was, where I got out, numbers I played. Thank you very much. I'm going to call it a day. In fact, let's just put a little music in here. Non-blues. I have a feeling, well, right now, pre-market today, Tuesday, I think the pre-market's already up to 880 on Tesla. It's probably going to hit 900 sometime this week or more. It's all-time high since the last stock split. It's $900.4 a share. That was months ago. The fact that it came in is a really good thing to where it is coming up. If they announce a stock split anytime soon, like Elon Musk didn't allude to or said is not right now in their shareholder meeting, this thing could race up to about 1,000 again, just like it did the last time this thing split. That was what, a 5-for-1. It's a nice split. Reverse splits, run for the hills. Tesla reminds me of a lot of stocks in the very past. When you get into them, they'd split 2-for-1, 3-for-1, 5-for-1. That's good stuff. Anyway, let's I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. Tuesday, we got the regular time right now is 8:04 a.m. on Tuesday the 19th. Good luck in your trading, and I bid you adieu. See you next time.